Just a lad I was of 13 years when my father passed away, and I had to take a job as a deckhand on the Molly May. The time I spent one summer past turned into 50 years, and the sound she made as she broke the waves still rings within my ears. She was passed to me when I was 23. Captain Mills went round the bend. He saw a forerunner on the deck one night and never sailed again. Superstition be damned, I sailed her proud, fine maiden of the sea. There was never another like her, and no one for her but me. I saw the time with me in my prime, no man could be my equal. Through the eye of a needle I'd sail her any day. But when I grew older I couldn't hold her, my courage slipped away. So they put a young boy from Cancel at the wheel of the Molly May. Well, the time went by and the tales ran high of the catches we'd bring in. There were times I thought we'd sink her, but her spirit would not give in. Words are spoken, souls are broken, and the bottle shattered mine. It appeared that she'd outlive me, I'd not win the war of time. I saw the days and the devil waves, no man could be my equal. Through the eye of a needle I'd sail her any day. But when I grew older I couldn't hold her, my courage slipped away. So they put a young boy from Cancel at the wheel of the Molly May. I was there to see her sail away in the cold December haze. But the Cancel boy had never seen the like of the southeast wind and waves. At the harbour mouth he drifted south right into Lighthouse Rock, and he smashed her keel and laid her low as I watched there from the dock. I saw the time with me in my prime, no man could be my equal. Through the eye of a needle I'd sail her any day. But when I grew older I couldn't hold her, my courage slipped away. So they put a young boy from Cancel at the wheel of the Molly May. And there'll never be another, the likes of the Molly May. And I wish that I'd gone down, boys, at the wheel of the Molly May. Thank you. Well, I hope you're all sitting comfy at home with cup of tea, lovely cup of tea, or coffee, or decaf. Chamomile is getting on for that time of the night. Maybe a wee dram or a glass of something that you fancy. Snacks, crisps, pretzels. Tea and toast, maybe. Oh, tea and toast, it's that time of night. So I'm going to play a wee tune. A tune that I learned as a youngster in village halls up on the west coast of Scotland at Cayleys and the likes. And my dad played in Caylee bands when I was wee. And it was those old school Cayleys where the band would play, but locals would get up and do a party piece, sing a song, play a set of tunes, tell a joke or a story or something. And this was always a really popular song up in Lochunver. It's a Rocher Gaelic song called Uncluin Ye Me Money and Down. And it's a tune I've been playing for a really long time. It's from my very first album, and maybe just yesterday, I had asked on the social media if there were any requests for things I could play at this gig tonight. And a couple of people had requested things from that album, Glad Company, and so I've written it down. Briach Bain on the Twitter and Laura Wilkie on the Instagram had asked for anything off Glad Company, and Laura asked for this tune in particular. So here you go. Just before we started this wee set, Keir here in the studio made me a cup of tea. I'm just going to take a swig of it because it is a lovely cup of tea. I'm sure that everybody has already mentioned the fabulous guys here, Martin and Keir and Andrea, who are doing such a fab job of keeping it all rolling. They're doing wonderfully. And none of them have seen daylight in weeks and weeks because they're all in studios like this all the time, doing a fantastic job. So, although I live in Glasgow, I've been based here for many years now. I'm originally from Fortrose on the Black Isle, and just a year ago, I went up north to play a gig with Bruce McGregor, which ended up getting cancelled. And then I thought, well, I'll stay at home. There's going to be this 3-week lockdown. I'll maybe just visit mum and dad and hang out with them. All the gigs are off for the next few weeks. So visit mum and dad, spend some time in the Black Isle. And I ended up there for 4 months throughout lockdown and had a really lovely time, spending weeks, months, all of the days with my mum and dad and their 2 trusty Labradors as well. I was very lucky to have that as a place called home, and they're great crack. The dogs are great crack. The village is great crack. It's a really beautiful area, and I decided to keep myself busy. Rather than playing music, I would start a daily vlog thing, because it was going to just be 3 weeks, of course. I thought I would just make some daily updates of what we'd been up to in the house, in the garden, out with the dogs and stuff. And it ended up, there were 106 episodes non-stop every day. And this was the Black Isle Correspondent. And a few folk have asked, a few requests for tonight that I would play the theme tune for this. So Rose Byers and Kathleen Fleming had said that they would quite like to hear a live rendition. So here it is. With the daily updates you can't make up, it's the Black Isle Correspondent. She lives in Fortrose and tells us what goes on. If your isolation causes desperation, try the Black Isle Correspondent. If you're feeling grumpy, you'll find some company here. Yes, part of lockdown, I wrote my own theme tune. What about that? But the Black Isle Correspondent ended up being the largest part of my family's day up there in the Black Isle, and loads of people got involved with it, and people started writing letters. In one episode I mentioned that I really liked sending and receiving postcards and letters and things, and people started writing to me, and they would address things, Anna Massie, the Black Isle Correspondent, Fortrose. And the nice thing about living in a small town is that we know the posties, and the posties know us, and so these letters and postcards and things would make their way to the house, and it was really lovely to keep in touch with people. And I started writing letters to friends and things. I think a lot of people did, just keeping in touch with friends and family through lockdown. And I wrote a wee song about it for one episode. It's just called Thanks for Writing. There's a chorus if you'd like to join in with it. The chorus is, thanks for writing, I got your note, the one you wrote to say hello, thanks for writing. And Kirsten Ferguson-Jones and Stoney's own May Finlay had asked for this one, so... Be my pen pal, write to me, we'll both get something from the postie, much better than a bill. Thanks for writing, I got your note, the one you wrote to say hello, thanks for writing. First name, surname, number, road, village, region, postcode, don't forget a stamp. Thanks for writing, I got your note, the one you wrote to say hello, thanks for writing. A postcard's how I choose to say I miss your face. By the way, you owe me a pint. Thanks for writing, I got your note, the one you wrote to say hello, thanks for writing. things I like the most is getting letters in the post to the people of whom I'm most fond. I'd apply on Basildon Bond. That's fancy, expensive paper with a watermark. It's a classy, nice touch. Thanks for writing, I got your note, the one you wrote to say hello. Thanks for writing, I got your note, the one you wrote to say hello. You're not alone. Thanks for writing, I got your note, the one you wrote to say hello. You're not alone, even though you're stuck at home. Thanks for writing. Well, I'm going to finish my set, finish my cup of tea, and head home and catch the rest of the evening. Thank you so much to Stoney and to Hands Up for Trad for having me be part of this lovely evening. It's been really exciting to have a gig to practice for and get dressed for and leave the house for, and you're there live. It's really brilliant. So thank you for sharing this lovely evening. I'm going to play a few jigs to finish off. There was a line in that song, we'll both get something from the postie much better than a bill. And I wrote a wee tune called Better Than a Bill. It's a slip jig at the start here. And then I'll play a Cape Breton jig called Malcolm's New Fiddle from the pen of the late, great Jerry Holland, an absolutely fantastic composer and fiddler. And then I'm going to finish off with one of my very favourite tunes of all time, Out on the Ocean. So thanks again. Have a lovely weekend.